is Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and we're coming to you live from our studios in Lagos. My name is Chioma Innocent, and you're now tuned into The Recap. The Recap is that program where we discuss issues that made major headlines during the week. And of course, I'm never alone in the studio. I do have my analyst right here. He's sitting right across from me, and I will be introducing him very, very shortly. But before we get right into it, I want to give you a brief rundown of the topics which we'll be discussing today. In case you don't know it, The Recap is now live on your airwaves, and you can also find us live on YouTube. All you need to do is head on to the app, type into the search bar VOP 903 FM, and you can get to watch us live and direct. My name is Chioma Innocent. You are welcome to another episode of The Recap. As usual, today, you know how we do it. At exactly the 5 p.m. mark, the phone lines will be open so that you can share your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas, and your suggestions and everything which we'll be discussing today with us. It's quite, usually if we have so many people who say it's a full house, but it's a full book today. We have quite a bit to discuss. And of course, your voice of the people. Now you have a voice. We definitely want to hear your voice. But hold on, that would happen up until 5 p.m. So, what do we want to do right now? I want to take you through the different topics which we'll be discussing today. A brief rundown. First up, many Nigerian leaders should be in jail. This is according to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. And I know quite a few people who would agree with this. Topic 2, reps fail to effect 50% pay cut and blame bureaucracy. My analyst would always say it is an audio promise. Topic number 3, oil sector. I will reveal the truth when the time comes. Mele Kyari, that's the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and NPCL. My question is, when will the time come? Topic number 4, hashtag end bad governance protest. Tinubu must be held accountable for violent protests in the north. This is according to politician and former lawmaker Shehu Sani. We'll also be looking at hunger. Nigerian government suspend plan to sell 50 kg bags of rice to civil servants. Wow. We were targeting a criminal. Police speaks on Labour House invasion. That will be our final topic for the day. But hold on. Don't be scared. The show has just begun. Do tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell an enemy, to tell their landlord, to tell the mechanic, to tell the cook's daughter that the recap has started. My name is Chioma Innocent, and on the other side of the table, I have the erudite. Some of you love him and some of you don't. Yeah, I know I always say this, but let me get my mouth, right? And I think he also likes it when I point out that some people don't like you, and you say, I don't care. And I really believe that's the way all of us should live. I have Mr. Peter Anoske, business development executive, acclaimed author, as well as a print journalist with many years of experience. He's the author of Dangote's 10 Commandments and Money. Now, that book was rated as one of the best development books in the world by the Wall Street Journal. And here in Nigeria, it was adopted as a workbook for grooming entrepreneurs by the Small and Medium Scale Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDAN, which is the agency in charge of small and medium scale businesses in the country. Now, with a portfolio like this, you know that whenever he comes on air to speak on issues, he knows what he's talking about. But then, as soon as I open the mic, let's renew our pact. But before that, good afternoon and welcome to the recap.
Thank you for having me.
You're always welcome. And I mean, it's always a pleasure, and I'm glad we get to do this every Saturday. So let's start talking about the issues because of our time is 9 minutes past 4 p.m. Fasten your seatbelt is about to be a very, very, very interesting, enlightening, educative, and informative ride. Okay, so our very first topic says many Nigerian leaders should be in jail. This is according to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who's saying most of those occupying public offices in Nigeria lack the character to lead the country. Rather, they should be behind bars or on the gallows. Now, to my understanding, gallows is for hanging people by the neck till they be dead. Oh my goodness. All right. The former president spoke at his residence in Abeokuta, Ogun State, while receiving 6 members of the House of Reps who are co-sponsors of bills on single term of 6-year rotational presidency between the North and the South, as well as rotation of governorship slot among the 3 senatorial districts of each of the 36 states. Obasanjo insisted that while electing leaders, character matters, a quality which he said most of the public office occupants lack. In fact, he said beyond rethinking Nigeria's democracy, there is a need for leadership with good character. Do you agree with former President Olusegun Obasanjo that most of those occupying public offices in Nigeria right now, they lack character, they're not accountable, they are not fit to lead the country, rather they should be in prison or they should be hung on gallows? Before you respond, please, Mr. Peter Aluske, keep it polite, keep it civil, and whatever you want to say, keep it subtle. Do we have a pact? I can't.
I agree.
Say it louder so everybody can hear.
I will be civil.
Thank you very much. All right, let's get your response to that.
President Obasanjo said that many...
Former President Obasanjo.
Yes, many Nigerian leaders. But for me, it is most of them should be in jail. Most of them should be in jail because, one, government has 2 major responsibilities, 2 main priorities: protection of lives and property of the people, then the well-being of the people. This is the 2 key roles of government: protection of lives and properties, and again, the well-being of the people. So if we look over the years, are we having this? The answer is no. Why? Because those who are holding a power in trust for the people are unfit to hold those powers. Those who are holding powers in trust for the people are corrupt. Most of those who are holding power in trust of the people don't have empathy. Most of those who are holding power in trust for the people have sold their souls to the devil. Therefore, they are supposed to be in jail, because when you are having party and those that have given you that mandate are going to bed without food, you are worse than Satan.
While you're protesting, will be eaten.
So, exactly, why those that voted for you are protesting and you are eating? It means that you have no soul, you have no conscience. So what former President Obasanjo said is the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Over 99% of those who has occupied the political positions in Nigeria, both in the military and in the army, are supposed to be in jail. So I support him on that, because there is this argument of a party system of government. It is not about constitution. It is not about a political party. It is about the individual. If you have the best form of government, but somebody who has no compassion, he's going to mess that system up. So it is not about the type of government that we are practicing in Nigeria. It is not the type of constitution that we have, but what is the character of the person that is on the saddle? That is the question.
Okay, when you look at that, by what parameters will we measure who is supposed to go to jail and who should be hung on the gallows? Because if you ask any random Nigerian, right, they have different ways they perceive each of the leaders we've had over the years. So is it by probe? Is it by investigating their affairs while in office? By what parameters will we measure who should go to jail, who should be hung in the gallows, and who is truly free from the corruption that we're saying is evident and has really pervaded the Nigerian society or the Nigerian top echelon of leadership?
Okay, if you want to know a government that is doing well, check the quality of life of the people. If you want to know a government that is doing well, check the quality of life of the people. Don't listen to what their aides are saying. Don't listen to what their ministers are saying.
Why not?
Because they are going to be defensive. They are going to defend the government. They are going to defend the salaries that they are earning. Just like in a family, if you want to know how successful a man is, look at the children. Don't look at them. Don't look at the man. Don't look at his wife. Look at his children. If you want to know in the house too, if you want to know whether the oga or the madam is a nice person, don't ask the children. Ask the house help. Don't, because the children will naturally protect their parents, but ask the house help.
When you look at it like that, it takes me back to the question I asked, which is, what if this person has a personal bias against the oga or the madam? They'll say what is not. Don't you think so?
No.
Every government, every administration believes that every leader believes that their administration was the best and that they did their best for the country.
That's why you should look at the people, what the quality of life of the people. I have given you two parameters to judge a government. I said number one rule of government is protection of lives and property of the people. Number two is the well-being of the people. Any administration that is not doing this does not want to be called a government.
All right then, 16 minutes past 4 p.m. right here on the number one station that gives you a voice. You're now tuned in to the recap right here on the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I'm your host. My name is Chima Innocent, and the voice you've been hearing belongs to Mr. Peter Anoske, and he's our analyst for today. Moving on to topic number 2, how the members of the House of Reps have yet to implement their resolution to slash their salaries by 50% for the next 6 months.
Well,
all right. Let me finish now.
Go on.
Right. Now, the federal lawmakers had made the resolution on July 18, right? It was actually supposed to start reflecting on their salaries for the month of July, but the House of Reps spokesman Rotimi Akin said he has blamed the bureaucracy for the delayed implementation. In his words, the House of Reps remains committed to the resolution passed, which mandates a 50% reduction in the salaries of honorable members from July to December. We acknowledge and regret that this resolution was not implemented by the bureaucracy as intended for the month of July. The lawmakers made the promise while deliberating on a motion seeking to forestall the nationwide hunger protest. Would you say it's because the protest later held, so they're like, we wanted the people not to protest, and you have gone to protest, so we're not slashing our salaries for you? If they say bureaucracy, what is the bureaucracy about? And also, when they said it's supposed to take effect from July to December, and it didn't take effect in July, should we expect it to take effect from August?
Look, when they made this announcement, I told you here that I wasn't impressed. Because now they said that their salary is 600,000 naira per month. How can you use 1 billion naira to contest for an office that is paying you 600,000 naira a month?
Is it really that expensive to contest to be a lawmaker in Nigeria? 1 billion naira is a lot of money
for a House of Representatives.
Not even 100 or 500 million naira.
I'm telling you, to get the party nomination, to run for an election in Nigeria is the most expensive in the world.
So how much will the presidential candidates now spend?
They spend tens of billions of naira. They spend tens of to get into political office in Nigeria is the highest in the world. So when they say that, so how can you use 1 billion naira to run for an office that will be paying you 600,000 naira a month?
You do not believe that that's the correct figure of their monthly salaries?
No, I said it here that where they are making their money is in their allowances. That's where the money is, in the allowances. So I say, if they want to be serious, they should make their promise based on the allowances that they are getting, because some of them goes home with 20 million naira every month as allowance. Some of them go home with 20 million naira, even more than as allowance. So telling you that we are going to be giving you half of our salary, 50%, that's 300,000 naira a month. Even as bad as they are, they cannot even fulfill that 50%, which does not mean anything to. They are paying their PAs more than that amount. So they are now saying that bureaucracy is a problem. Which bureaucracy? If they want to do it, all of them can transfer 300,000 naira from their own account to where that money was supposed to go to. So, but this is a government of can kicking. Every time they are kicking cans, every time they are looking for who to push their failures to. If you want to make a promise, even 5 million naira, they can transfer it from their account to where it's supposed to go. But they don't even have that political will. They now say that it is bureaucracy that stopped them.
The question is, if you say it is bureaucracy, I mean, why not give us details so we can understand you better?
Not me that say.
If they say it was bureaucracy, why not give us details? Explain to us so that we can understand why you were unable to fulfill your promise. And also, you're not letting us know if, since you did not fulfill it in July, will it begin in August? If it begins in August, will it be from August to December or August to January?
You know, they have learned something from Tinubu. Give me time. So Nigerians should give them time. That is one phrase that we have learned in this administration. Give me time. So Nigerians should give them time. So until when the bureaucracy, some of them entered the office with what did the INEC called it? They say, understand? So they should be giving time, but Nigerians should not be hoping on these people.
All right, then. You're listening to the number one station that gives you a voice in the world. This is Voice After People 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice. My name is Chema Innocent. I'm your host. You're now listening to the recap right here on Voice After People 90.3 FM. You've been listening to the voice of Mr. Peter Anosike. Don't forget, we're streaming live on YouTube. So all you need to do is head on over to YouTube, type into the search bar VOP 903 FM, and you can get to watch us live and direct right here in the studios. Moving forward to topic number 3. Our sector, I will reveal the truth when the time comes. This is according to Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, Amele Kyari. He says he will reveal the truth about the company's operation in the oil and gas sector at the appropriate time. He made the statement on Wednesday while testifying before a Senate ad hoc committee investigating alleged economic sabotage in the petroleum industry. The committee is investigating the oil firm's activities amidst calls for public scrutiny. Kyari has stated that the NNPCL is not involved in the importation of substandard product, as he was committed to transparency and integrity. He is lamenting that the media has been unfair in their reportage of him. He's stating that he was targeted at tarnishing the company's reputation and creating the impression of economic sabotage. When people come out this way and then blame the media for the way they are reporting, what about the basis from which they are reporting what they are reporting? If there was no public outcry, if there wasn't something to investigate, would even the committee have summoned him? I want you to recall that there's been a controversy between regulators of the oil and gas industry and the Dangote refinery. Now, one of the allegations is that some government officials own a blending plant in Malta. Now, an oil blending plant has no refining capability, right? But it can be used to blend refined oil with additives to create finished lubricant products. Now, while I was making my research for this topic, I bumped into a post on Twitter, right? And I want to read out what it says. I want to read out what it contains on this post. It says here, Tony Elumelu says, Buhari and Abba Kyari blocked his 2017 oil field purchase despite raising $2.5 billion for the deal. This was posted on Arise's verified X handle. And one would wonder, is Mele Kyari really innocent? I know that was Abba Kyari and this is Mele Kyari, right? But when it comes to the dealings with the NNPCL, when it comes to oil in Nigeria, is oil the bane of our existence? Is it helping us or is it actually making things worse?
Well, oil is the only reason why Nigeria is still one country. So that shows you how important this oil is. Oil is the only reason why Nigeria is still one country. If the oil in Niger Delta dries up today, Nigerians will go their separate ways. So it is oil that has unified this country.
So can we say it is a blessing then?
It is, well, if being one Nigeria is this, and then you can say that oil is. So it's never for you that to say that.
But when Mele Kyari says he will reveal the truth when the time comes, what truth?
That's the same thing. I say that's what they have learned from Tinubu is give me time. So give him time. He will reveal the truth at the appropriate time. But my teacher told me that the best time is now. That the most appropriate time is now.
You would think that someone who wanted to defend himself would not wait until the voices that were accusing him became louder and louder.
Because your life is not in your own hands. Oil is a very big business. Most of the billionaires in the country today made their money from oil. Most of them made their money from either Negandi or in Negandi. Understand? So everywhere in the world, oil is a cabal. It's a mafian business. So this man was in the handle chambers in the Senate and telling senators and Nigerians that he will reveal the truth at the appropriate time. Which other time is more than where you are in the Senate and they're asking you what is going on in your sector?
So the Senate should have grilled him more, insisted that he says whatever he wants to say on Wednesday, right there at the committee meeting, at the committee hearing.
If he had wanted to review anything, he would have reviewed it there. Because after making that statement, people will be, phone calls will begin that to go on, understand me? People will begin that to ask him, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? Understand? Threats will begin that to come. Praises will begin that to come. So he has lost that opportunity. But I know that Mele Kyari is one of the cabals in this country. He's one of those that
himself, just one man?
Himself. He is one of those that has put Nigeria into where it is at this point in time. Understand? Because this man told Nigerians that even if Warri Refinery begin to operate, even if NNPC begin to operate, begin to refine, that we shouldn't expect that the price of petroleum will come down. And you are still spending money paying the people there that are trying to maintain the understand me. So I find it very confusing. So if he has something that to tell, he would have said it there and then. I read a report from David Hundeyi this afternoon where he was saying that he was offered some amount of money to run Dangote down.
To run him down, as how? Is he in the oil sector? He's a journalist. How would he run him down? By writing an article against him?
They told him that to write an article of 1,000 to 1,200 words. Understand me? And for a full page story in a newspaper is 1,300 words with a picture. So what they want him to do is just a full page story on Dangote That's the marketing Dangote, running Dangote down.
What would an independent investigative journalist gain from doing that?
To run Dangote business down, to run his refinery down. The reason being that most of the people are not happy that Nigeria is going to start refining oil in their own country, because they are benefiting more from the importation. And this is not just a Nigerian thing. America is involved, Europe is involved. Because once we stop importing oil, importing petroleum, a lot of them are going to lose. And a lot of them are going to lose. So they can do anything that is, including vandalizing, sabotaging, provided that Port Harcourt refinery, Warri refinery, and Dangote don't take up.
And so you're saying what Mele Kyari is saying about saying his own truth in time, that he has nothing to say and he's just biding his time.
No, he's making himself feel important.
But isn't he important? Is the chief executive officer of Nigeria's National Petroleum Corporation Company Limited, rather? He is. They are the sole importers of refined crude into the country. That's the sole importer of petroleum products into the country.
Very good. They are the sole importers. Then why is he saying that they are not behind the adulterated petroleum products that have been imported in the country? Why are they saying that NNPC is not behind the adulterated petroleum products that have been imported into the country, if they are the only sole importers? So have you seen the contradiction? And Dangote said that some Nigerians have this thing at Malta. And if you check in 2023, most of the imports came from Malta. And NNPC is the sole importer of petroleum in Nigeria. Then who is behind it? And if this importation should stop, many of them who are benefiting from the importation will lose. So this guy came there and dribbled them, because this is a Maradona era we are in the country. This is the era of dribbling. Everybody is dribbling. Understand?
You talk about the benefits that will accrue to what you have called the cabal in making sure that Nigeria does not refine.
Yes.
Is that to say that there is nobody up there who is actually interested in the well-being of the average Nigerian?
I say, before you get there, you must have sold your soul to the devil. Before you get there, you must have sold your soul to the devil.
All right, that's just to answer the question that everyone is just there for their own
personal interest.
All right, then. Now, still on this issue of our review the truth when the time comes, I want to talk about the committee that's actually investigating the NNPCL's activities due to the outcry, the public outcry, the public scrutiny that the NNPCL has been facing. Even you have also been an advocate of Mele Kyari being sacked, right?
He should have sacked more than 10 years ago. He should have been sacked more than 10 years ago. If Nigeria is where competence, transparency.
I remember we're having a conversation on a different topic. I think it was the one where Wike talked about how they found the person who was sponsoring a particular protest in Abuja, and they will invite the person. And you talked about how do you catch a criminal and then tell them, okay, go. Later, I will invite you. The question here is, why would he give such a response when asked questions and the committee will allow him, if they are really serious with their investigation?
Because they are also compromise. Understand me? Who is the chairman of the committee? Bamidele, the senator representing Ekiti.
Yes, that is the committee is led by Senator Okwemi Bamidele.
Then, furthermore, who is Bamidele again? Bamidele is a Tinubu's boy. Bamidele was a commissioner here when Tinubu was a governor. Is the picture becoming this to you? I can go on and on. I can go on and on, but I will say more at the appropriate time.
But at this point, is Melekiari, who is being investigated, what does the president have to do with it?
The presidency is behind him.
All right, then. You're listening to the recap right here.
Or the presidency is behind him, and that's why a presidency boy was made the chairman of the committee.
You're saying if the chairman of the committee were different, maybe by now they would have made their findings, they would have gone further in the investigation.
Who have expected transparency, understand me, in the investigation. Here, I told you in this program that I have taken time to study some of Nigerian judges and their pattern of judgment delivery. So when a panel is set up, from the person that is chairing it, you will know the motive, what they hope to gain. So when I saw Senator Obayemi and Bamidele as the chairman, I said, look, these people are here to cover up things.
This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. You have been listening to Mr. Peter Anosuke.
And again, if I'm in the Senate and somebody tells me I will review things at the appropriate time, I will not allow you that to go.
Until you review what you want to review.
Until you reveal it. Because if the person goes out and is shot, that information is dead and dead forever. So these guys, they are there to cover up things. Then with this report that David Hundeyin said, a lot of people are out to destroy Dangote's oil business.
But according to that report, the people who reached out to him to write that article, it wasn't even a Nigerian organization.
Look, some people are always putting up fronts everywhere. Some people are putting up fronts everywhere. Even these people that are in charge of our Gencos, understand that's the people that are generating our electricity. Most of them came with their foreign names, but we know that it is Nigerian politicians that own them. So don't be deceived. So the truth is that there is attack on Dangote refinery. Period.
All right, then let's move on to topic number 4. Hashtag end bad governance. President Tinubu must be held accountable for the violent protest in the north. This is according to politician and former lawmaker Shehu Sani. He's blamed the violent turnout of the nationwide protest, which is supposed to come to a climax today. The protest is against the hunger and hardship in the country, and of course we know it has escalated to a certain point in the northern region, and he's saying for this escalation we should blame the president. Now he's saying this because according to him, the violent protests in some northern states during the protest, where people also displayed the Russian flag, which the Nigerian security agencies has described as treasonable. He says we should blame this violence on the president. He wrote, northern leaders must take lessons from the recent violent uprising in the region. The president must be held to account, but he's not the problem or the solution to the problem. The governors, political, business, religious, traditional leaders, and the intellectuals of the region must converge and urgently come out with an implementable master plan to tackle the decades of endemic poverty and destitution, illiteracy, chronic underdevelopment, abject neglect, religious extremism, and terrorism that has demonized the region and impoverished its people. He said guns and tanks can suppress the flame, but it cannot extinguish the fire. The monster in our homes was not created in a day. The North should look at the mirror and not the telescope. We have the cattle to build our wealth. We shouldn't be looking for a scapegoat. How do you in one breath say the president must be held to account, but he's not the problem or the solution to the problem?
Well, for me, he said that the president should be held accountable because he is the number one citizen. For what is happening between Ukraine and Russia, what everybody is calling is Putin. Because Putin is the president of the country. He is not the field commander. He is not in Ukraine, but because he is the #1 citizen, so everything is pointing at him.
As much as one might be inclined to agree with your analogy, right? Before the protest started, the president and his ministers and so many other people had said they did not support the protest. The president had even said, "Give me time." He talked to the people and said, "Please do not go on this protest." So why do you want to hold him responsible for the violence that happened as a result of something he wasn't in support of?
No, he shouldn't be in support. Even if you are the president, you cannot be in support. No government welcomes protests anywhere in the world. So, but the thing is that the presidency are not following the trends in the country. They don't know that there's a cultural shift in the North. Those people that they depended on, that had control over the youths, don't have that power anymore. The religious institution in the North that has kept the Northern youth in bondage is no more because of the social media. It is the Onamas in the North that determines what happens there. It is them that will tell you that you must accept your faith as coming from God. You must accept hunger from God. Understand me? So this is the people that they should, if it's possible, exterminate for them to move forward.
Exterminate?
I say,
or they should just not ignore them or not listen to them.
I say,
because exterminate sounds really heavy.
I say, if possible, exterminate for them to move forward, because they have deceived these people over the years. How can I be suffering? The government is not living up to its responsibility, and you tell me I'm suffering because of my sin. Therefore, I should pray for forgiveness. Understand me? The government is not doing what it should do. I am suffering, and somebody will come and tell me that I'm suffering because of my sins. Therefore, I should pray for my forgiveness. So this is how the northern youth has been held in hostage. But now the eyes are opening. That's the reason why that protest held. Because they are no more obeying those people. It is this Ondamas in the North that determines who will win election in the North, not the politicians.
We're talking about Shehu Sani saying the president should be held accountable for violent protests. And my question was, you said the president should be held to account, but he's not the problem or the solution to the problem. Isn't there a disconnect in this one sentence?
One, he should be held accountable because he is the president. And he made the mistake by engaging with the wrong people. Who
are the wrong people he engaged with?
Those people, those traditional rulers that he engaged is a wrong set of people. Because those traditional rulers, those religious rulers, the youths are no longer obeying them. This is what they should know. The youths, they are no more in control of the youths. The youth in the North has moved forward. That's why, and Buhari was one of those dangers that have kept them over the years.
What do you mean danger?
That's unprogressive elements that have kept them. That's why when Jonathan was building schools in the North, they were kicking against it because they don't want their youth to be enlightened. They don't want their youth to be exposed. They want them to be in the dark so that those religious leaders will be, that will be determining what will happen to them.
But you're saying that there's been a shift in that trend and the people are now wiser and more knowledgeable.
That's why this protest held.
In the North.
And to show their anger, that's why they have to go and protest in Buhari's own doorstep. Because Buhari is one of the forces that has kept them down over the years.
All right, then you're listening to the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It's exactly 16 minutes before 5 p.m. Don't forget that at the 5 p.m. mark, the phone lines will be open so that you can share your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas, and your suggestions with us right here on the program. My name is Choma Innocent. I'm your host. You can also call me the moderator. On the other side of the table, I have Mr. Peter Anosike, and he's been analyzing these issues that made major headlines during the week. We're now moving on to topic number 5, hunger. Nigerian government suspends plan to sell 50 kg bags of rice to civil servants. The leadership reports that the decision was made known in a circular titled Withdrawal of Internal Circular on Sale of Subsidized Rice to Public Servants, which was signed by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, the Human Resources Management Department. The circular was addressed to the directors and heads of departments. I think last week we treated this topic where there were certain guidelines that the public servants had to follow in order to be able to purchase these bags of rice.
And I told you that they have nothing to sell. I told you that they have nothing to sell. It was a panic announcement. Okay, now check it. Is there any difference between what the House of Reps members did, what Tinubu did, and what these people did?
The question would be, what will actually the government at any level, what would it benefit them to promise the people and then not deliver and then change their minds when the people are already expectant?
Well, when I said that these people have sold their souls to the devil.
Keep it civil. Keep it
you
civil.
You can see it. One, they have no rice anywhere. Buhari came and deceived us with the rice. Buhari and Emir Fende came and deceived Nigerians with the rice this in pyramid at Abuja. I hope you saw it. Rice pyramid. Where is it? So APC, I told you last Saturday, good governance was not in the minutes of the meeting when APC was being founded.
How would you know? Were you at the meeting?
They should have proved me wrong now. If good governance is there, they will have proved me wrong. So when they go through the minutes of their meeting, good governance is not there. And that's what we are seeing. This is what we are seeing. Imagine that's giving people hope in one breath and dashing it in another breath. When the minister announced 40,000 naira per bag of rice, did you remember what I said? I said he is a what?
Remind me.
Liar. I told you that. I said it on this program that the minister is not saying the truth. Have I been proved wrong? The answer is no. The minister came and announced that they have that rice announcing at 50 kg for 50. I said the minister is a liar, that they have no rice to sell. He said that they have designated their 12 centers. I said, where are the centers?
And that would actually be my next question, because there were supposed to be 12 centers for Nigerians, and then public servants could get theirs through the different parameters that had been outlined for them. We have called for submissions telling Nigerians, if you know anywhere they are selling 50 kg bag of rice for 40k, please come and tell us so that we can also do our own research. But if the public servants cannot get it, what about Nigerians?
They've given you a memo now that it has been.
The memo is not for ordinary Nigerians. It's for public servants.
Yes.
So if they are denying public servants, which are they are a fraction of the Nigerian population, what about others? What about the 12 centers?
When somebody can deny his own son something, is it his maid that is going to? So public servants are directly under them. Understand? Public servants are directly under them. So if a king should deny a prince of something, is it the... So they have nothing to... That was a panic move, a panic announcement, because the heat was getting on. The heat was... So this government, APC, was founded on propaganda, and they cannot change.
Okay, you know, that is your own personal opinion. right? When you say that a whole political party, which is the ruling party of Nigeria at this moment,
Which
was
Nigeria?
founded. We're talking about
I say APC was founded on propaganda.
Are they not the ruling party at this point? They are the ruling party now.
They cannot change. They cannot change. So it's never for Nigerians to change. They say, my father told me, do good, but expect nothing in return, so that you shall not be disappointed. So for me, APC cannot disappoint me. APC cannot because I expect nothing from them.
Not even if they make policies that will better the lives of Nigerians.
Foundation is key. I know their foundation. A house with a faulty foundation cannot stand. So APC can never disappoint me because I know that if not of we are told out of nothing will come. So APC was founded on nothing. Therefore, Nigeria should expect nothing. And that's what is happening now. See how everybody is being dribbled. House of Reps say it is bureaucracy that made them not to fulfill their promise. Medicare say, I will say the truth at the appropriate time. Then these people will say, we are no longer sending rice. Our memo has been withdrawn. Tinubu say, give me time. Give me time means till the eternity. Nobody is giving you timeline. Understand? Okay. If Tinubu say, give me time, okay, give me till the next 3 months. So you can hold him accountable. But when somebody say, excuse me, give me time, till when? Next year, he can still tell you, give me time. That's why they have to edit his speech 6 months ago and bring it on Wednesday.
Because it's still the
same thing. It's still the same, which means the society is static.
This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice, and exactly 9 minutes, the phone lines will be open so that we can hear your voice. Of course, we definitely want to hear from you. My name is Chioma Innocent. I'm the host right here on the recap, and on the other side of the table, I have Mr. Peter Anosike. Moving forward in the conversation, let's take our very last topic. We were targeting a criminal. Police speak on a Labour House invasion. The Nigerian police force has given a reason for its search operation at the Labour House headquarters of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, in Abuja. Now, of course, VOP had reported how masked men in black shirts stormed Labour House on Wednesday night, and we had that discussion on the news at 12 on Thursday. Now, the officers reportedly said they were in search of sponsors. They took documents, said they were in search of sponsors of the hashtag End Bad Governance protests, and they reportedly took away books and some other items. The NLC described the act as condemnable and gave the police an ultimatum to return everything they took away from there. But in a statement just yesterday, the first spokesperson, Muyiwa Adejobi, said the NLC was not the target of the operation, but an individual who has a shop within Labour House for his criminal activities. He said detectives armed with the appropriate legal authority conducted an operation at the location, which turned out to be the NLC building. That is to say, the people they sent, they probably did not know that where they were going to was the NLC building.
No.
Wait, let me land, right? They probably, because he said, which turned out to be the NLC building. So we can infer that, they did not know they were going to NLC building. But when they got there, they knew to go to the second floor that housed the bookshop, and they knew to go to the president's office that is at the 10th floor, where somebody reportedly has a shop and the person is into criminal activities. Please explain.
Chioma, I was the Sun newspaper Labour correspondent for 7 years. So NLC building, Labour House is what I know too well at Central Business District in Abuja. These people, Nigeria police were trained to lie, and that's what they are doing.
I would actually need you to recant that. You can say they're trying to save face, but when you say they were trained to lie, you speak as if you were in their training camp.
Peter
and you have the manual on what they were told to do.
Peter Anosike is telling you that Nigeria police is trained to lie.
I know it's Peter Noske is the one telling me, but he's saying it on the program that I'm anchoring, right? And that doesn't sit well with me.
It's not the opinion of your radio station. It is the opinion of Peter Noske. It is a fact that Peter Noske is giving to you. I was Sun newspaper Labour correspondent for 7 years.
So which is the lie? That they did not know they were going to the Labour House?
So nobody can mistake that massive structure. You don't know where you are going. Even Google will tell you where you are. This is CBS Abuja. Understand? It is not hidden. So nobody that is in Abuja that don't know there. So you were able to go to the second and the 10th. And you say that you are somebody that rented an apartment. So they just...
A shop, actually.
A shop.
Somebody that has a shop in the complex that was into criminal activities. Don't get the police force wrong. They actually went to target one person. It just so happened that they went into the bookshop and they also, carted away documents, and they went to Ajero's office and they carted away documents as well, right? What we don't know right now, and, many Nigerians have an issue with the fact that when security agencies or even lawmakers or anybody comes out to explain, they don't give details. They'll tell you, oh, we found the sponsors of so thing. They will not tell you. We'll have found the culprits. They won't tell you who the person is. They are not used to naming and shaming. So if you were looking for a criminal, did you find the criminal? And who is this criminal? What is he into that made you storm a 10-story building and then go to specific places to get specific things and accuse the NLC of inciting the people and also sponsoring the hashtag End Bad Governance protest in the country?
So this is contradiction. This because they said that this so-called foreigner have something that is injurious to the security of the country. But the target of this attack is NLC. The target of this attack is NLC. I know that NLC has been overstepping their boundary for a very long time, which is not good for them. They have been in the news for the wrong reason for a very long time. Being too available is not good for any organization and even any human being. So NLC has been too available to the media for a very long time, and it's not good for their
There are a labor union who are fighting for the rights of Nigerian workers. Should they not be available to the media?
No. Ajero's name has been mentioned so frequently than the other NLC president. When Waba was the president, his name was not as heard as Ajero's own. So which is not good for them.
You believe he's making a foray into where he shouldn't?
That's why I say that they are overstepping their boundary. They should focus on their responsibility, which is the well-being of the Nigerian workers. Anything outside that is not their business. So this Labour Party issue that they are fighting is not their business. Labour Party in UK, their Labour Union doesn't interfere the way NLC is interfering. So, but Nigeria police stormed NLC Labour House. They know where they are going and they know what they are looking for. If it's any other person, they should have told us either that the person escaped or that they caught him. You heard that? You did not. You did not. So this shows that you believe Nigeria police, you can believe anything.
You're listening to the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. The voice you've been hearing belongs to Mr. Peter Anosike. He's been our analyst on the program today. My name is Chioma Innocent. I've been your host. It's about 2 minutes before 5 p.m. right here on the number one station that gives you a voice. We want to take a short break, and when we return, it will be time to open the phone lines for you to share your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas, and your suggestions with us right here on the program. Do stay tuned. We will be right back. All right, the recap is still live on your radio. We're taking it all the way till 6 p.m. so stay with us.
To the city's number one shootout. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, Lagos.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
From the views on the street
We go to bed empty hunger.
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and passion for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less. You have to know the past to understand the present. So, let's bring you up to speed on important moments in the polity that you might have forgotten.
Politics as normal have been suspended today.
Detailed review plus analysis of all the local
Senate moves to recover 6 trillion naira ground rent from property owners stage 5.
and foreign stories that made the headlines during the week.
President Putin accepts defeat. President Putin keeps on coming back for more.
All of the intrigues,
PSF confirmed interest flow in store interim government.
tension,
The process through which people come into office is far more fundamental, more important than what they do that.
suspense, and political dramas.
This is a shining moment. I commend
The higgy haggers that took center stage just within the week.
You cannot criticize African countries for being undemocratic.
Will resist interim government.
Join the conversation on the recap every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. only on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Study the past if you want to define the future.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Don't forget that we're streaming live on YouTube. Yes, all you need to do is head on over to YouTube app, type into the search bar VOP 903 FM, and you can get to watch us live in the studios in case you want to put faces to the names, faces to the voices, or you just want to see what our studio setup looks like. You're welcome to head on over to YouTube and watch us live and direct. It's now time for me to take your calls right here on the program. Remember to keep it civil and keep it polite. Do not use abusive or insulting words on anyone. Speak your own mind. Doesn't matter what a previous caller said. I would rather that you say your own opinion, and that would really be best, because I noticed that many people will say, oh, based on what the last speaker said, and then you probably want to be insulting. Please do not do that. Let us have a wonderful conversation, and that can only happen when you, 1, turn down the volume on your radio set to keep it polite, and 3, keep it civil. So who's my very first caller for this evening? The number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Again, it's 0700 903 903 903. To send the message on WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. Guess what? You can put me on the WhatsApp call, all right? If direct call is not going through, or in case the calls are jamming together, yes, you can also call me up on WhatsApp. So let's do this. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. You're my very first caller for this evening. What's your name and location, please? Thank you for holding on.
Good evening, Chama.
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
Austin from Nigeria.
Okay, Austin, welcome to the program. Let's hear from you in a minute or two.
My regards to Organo CK.
He can hear you.
I want my opinion. No, I believe that a police invading labor
headquarters, yes.
Headquarters. I mean, tell me that they did not know. Why are we continue to lie on this planet? Why Nigeria should better to be lying?
Would you rather we move to Venus or Uranus or Pluto and go and lie there? Because you say we do the lie for this planet.
Everything we will see the truth. You are saying this is lie. Even the person that is blind doesn't know that it's labor or water. Why? How can we grow in this country in this kind of a situation? We will see the truth and we turn it upside down, and the one make we grow. That means they don't want us to believe this government. That inflation, they are not deceiving ourselves. This our position now. This APC government, both past and present, they don't want us to believe every single segment that comes from them. You got me? You get that, but you find the way to tell person. Then the person may say, okay, maybe it's true. But everybody that we hear this story now can never tell you that this is true. So let us begin to talk truth so that this country will move forward. And the two, this America, if they know they move that man from NPC, nothing about the Nigeria refinery that will work. If they know they move that man has crippled Nigeria petroleum in NPC, I crippled it. And this don't move our president. Come and see, keep quiet, keep me in there. For what reason? He won't make hungry kill the Nigerians before they can talk. Police, they're supposed to arrest him immediately for that, saying that when time comes, he will talk. They're supposed to arrest him immediately because he's not doing Nigeria good. God bless you, my sister.
Thank you so much, Anthony, for calling 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. I can see your comments on YouTube. Thank you, and keep them coming. I can also see your messages on our WhatsApp platform. Do keep them coming as well. Thank you so much to everyone watching on YouTube. We sure do appreciate you. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This is the recap. Good evening. I've picked your call. Good evening. Hello there. All right, give me a call back. I definitely want to hear from you. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. On WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and location? Shoga. Where are you calling me from? Alagbado. Welcome to the program. Let's hear from you.
Please, on the rice issue, I just want to tell you that the government had no intention. The promise they made to us that they will remove all the duties and taxes they are collecting on rice importation. It means they don't have the intention of doing it in the first instance, and that was why they promised that okay, they will give give a bag of rice at 48,000 naira to people. But when they now see the protest, they now see that this thing is not possible, that this rice thing will not be done. They now see, because of their intention before, they now cancel the 40 naira per bag rice. Because they are now promising now, because if it were to be the government that increased tax, immediately the custom will implement it. But for almost a month now, they have promised us that, okay, they will remove all the duties and taxes from rice. And they did not do it. They said they are waiting for one memo. You can see. Since that one is not coming to, that was why they promised the 40. But at the end of the day, because of the protest now, they know that it's not possible. They must remove the duties. That's why they finally cancel the 40,000 naira.
So you are expecting that the import duties on rice and other certain food items will be removed
now.
Very soon.
Yeah, that will be removed.
So would you say
soon.
it's still a win-win situation for Nigerians?
It's a win-win situation, but we have not won to the level we want. We have not won because we have not seen the exact things we are expecting. Now, on the refinery issue, truly what Dangote said is right. Some people are in NNPC that are eating Nigeria's money, and they are benefiting from the importation of those fuel. Why is it that for a long time, people, even before Kyari came in, for a long time, they could not allow Nigerian refineries to work, and they were dedicating money, huge amount of money for the refinery, and nothing is coming out of it. Now, Kyari came in too. It might not be Kyari direct, but be some people that are using it. The people that put him there are the one using it. They are the one that are benefiting from the importation of fuel. And that is why the refineries are not working. Now, this person, Nigerian refinery is not working. Now, Dangote has got his own refinery. As a private person, he has finished to start work now. They attacked him. That is to expose the plans of the Nigerian government, the people in government. That is so they deliberately ensure that Nigerian refineries are not working. The private one that's supposed to take over, they attack the person again. So those are the problems we are facing. And God will take us away from that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Shoga, for calling all the way from Alagbado. Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903. This is the recap. My name is Chioma Innocent. I'm your host, and we've been talking about quite a number of topics. Let me refresh your mind before we continue. All right. Yes. I'll take your calls. Just give me a minute. Topic number one was many Nigerian leaders should be in jail. This was according to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. We also looked at the members of the House of Reps failing to implement the 50% pay cuts they said they would for 6 months as a palliative measure for Nigerians, and they blamed this on bureaucracy. The bureaucracy they did not explain. Topic number three, we looked at Mele Kyari saying with everything that's been going on in the oil sector, he will reveal the truth when the time comes. We also looked at Shehu Sani saying President Tinubu must be held accountable for the violent protests in the north this past week. And we looked at the Nigerian government suspending the plans to sell 50 kg bags of rice to civil servants at 40,000 naira. And finally, we talked about the police speaking on the Labour House invasion, saying they were targeting a criminal. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. What's your name and location, please? Hello there. What's your name and location?
Yeah, this is Mr. Jones.
Mr. John, where are you calling me from? Welcome, Mr. John. Let me hear from you in a minute or two, please.
Yes. On the issue of petrol, fuel, to be honest with you, I don't know the direction of this country. You understand what I'm saying? Many of them, they have refineries abroad. That's why the issue of fuel can never be a successful one. So let's forget about that side, because it is being politicized. On the issue of the economy, I am telling you, if they want to revamp this economy, I know they can do it. They want a situation whereby during election, they will start sharing money to poor people. They will come out and kill themselves because we don't have any option. Someone that is hungry, even if they give you 5,000, that's exactly what is happening everywhere. But we are going to resist them this time around. I have to be frank with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your call. 0700 903 903 903. Thank you so much for holding on. Good evening. Oh dear. Give me a call back. 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm talking.
What's your name?
Hello.
I can hear you. Yeah, welcome, Benjamin. Let's hear from you quickly.
Okay, please. I really recommend Mr. Speaker because it just saved my mind. Okay, because to me, I don't know who is expecting anything from APC. Right from the day one they started, right from how they were formed, looking at the way they were formed, I don't know anybody that is expecting something from APC. Just wasting his time. Okay, so there is nothing. There was a time the Brutus told the Italian people that it is the punishment of God to them. That if they did not sin, that God wouldn't have sent him to them. So to me, I think the APC is just the punishment of God to Nigeria because he gave us a leader. We refused the leader and decided to choose the king. So this is the punishment of God to us. We have to bear it. There's nothing APC can afford. And there's nothing they can give. I am among the people that do not expect, and if they like, let them do Nigeria for 100 years. I do not expect anything good from them because they have nothing to offer. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your call. 0700 903 903 903. Remember to keep it polite and keep it civil. Thank you for holding on. What's your name and your location? Good evening.
Hi, Choma.
What's your name and location? Good evening.
Yeah. My name is Joval Choma. Good evening, and good evening to Mr. Anosike.
Joval, where are you calling us from?
In fact, I am hovering around Lagos
Okay, let's hear from you about the issues on ground.
Choma, do you want to know the truth? If you want to know the truth, you listen to Mr. Anosike, because any other thing we say might look like we are lying.
He just gave you a thumbs up. This is the kind of thing that he likes. He just gave you 2 thumbs up. This is the kind of thing that he likes.
So if you listen to him, that's the truth. You know that sometimes when we want to say this truth, Choma, you will tell us not to. No, is that your opinion?
No. If you don't keep it civil, don't be abusive and don't be insulting. I mean, it's a normal thing for me to say, right?
So that is why sometimes we have to say, it's okay, you are doing your job very well, and I like that. The truth of the matter is that, Choma, there was no rice. I am one of those who will tell you categorically that there was no rice. How can you come and if there was rice? And the reason you say you are stopping the sale of the rice is that some people are buying the rice and they are reselling it. Is it your business? Why didn't you make the rice available at every market, if it is true? You see, because the tension of this protest was, heightening, the government decided to just come up with this propaganda. I don't want to say the government is lying, but I know that propaganda is in 3 folds. You have the white, the gray, and the black. The government is using black propaganda on the people. And that is how they got to the office. And they have decided to maintain this propaganda, thinking that they are still campaigning instead of governing the people. Like Mr. Peter Anosike said, Choma, it was never in their the minutes of the meeting that brought them together to lead Nigeria, right? That's why we're having this problem. Now, that aside, on this issue of the Nigerian police, or is it DSS, right? With NLC.
Please, it's the Nigerian Police Force.
Okay, Nigerian Police Force and NLC, Choma. It's very funny, I beg. They don't know what they are telling us. Finally, Mr. Melekiari, I know you are listening to this show. The time is now. Tell us that you want to tell us tomorrow. Tomorrow belongs to God. It's not for you. Today is your day. If you're not telling us anything now, don't tell us anything again. Because we already know. You see, when you give gap for information, you allow the people to make up their mind. That is why they can add something to what is missing. It's now called filling the gap. And we are filling the gap for you, Mr. Melekiari. You have nothing to tell us than what you already know. All of these things that are going on in NPC, we are going to unfold it one day. If not you, it will happen in your lifetime. You will see all the mess that you are causing us. Thank you, Choma, and good afternoon.
Thank you so much for your call. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be a part of the conversation. This is the recap right here on the #1 station that gives you a voice. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello there. Can you hear me? All right, you just might have to give me a call back, okay? Of course, I definitely want to hear from you. Please do try to give me a call back. We make sure that you have a voice. I mean, this is VOP 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice. Call me up 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello there. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. How are you today? Yeah, he can hear you.
They know how to do kata. When we they just come and before you know, someone walk up to me, tell me that they know that in this my city, I always call radio station that they are monitoring me. Who is monitoring me?
Wait,
Who are
Monday,
you? Who are
Monday,
you
come
for?
again. You said you went out to protest, right?
They say they are monitoring me.
Wait.
They know me that they are calling radio station. Who is
Monday,
monitoring me?
Monday,
monitoring
you
me?
said you went
I'm
out to
scared.
protest, right?
Yeah.
Which location did you go to protest?
In my area now.
Your area is Oshodi, isn't it? Monday, can you hear me? Where is the convergence point for protesters at Oshodi? Because in Lagos State, most protesters were told to remain within Freedom and Peace Park in Ketu and Ojota.
No, this one is in my own area. Walk up to me that they are monitoring me, that they know me that they are calling radio station. That's what scared me, and the thing make me, I don't know what to do. And I don't know, but I want to know, are they monitoring me? The thing just give me scared in my life. They should not kill me for my mother.
All right, Monday. At this point, I'm gonna try my best to play therapist. Are you on the line?
Yes, I'm on the line.
All right. As journalists and people who talk on radio, we also receive these threats, mostly online. But I know it must be scary for someone to walk up to you and say something like that. I will advise you to just please be security conscious. Try not to be out late at night. Be careful of the friends you keep and where you go. And also just please be more security conscious, okay? It was one person who walked up to you and said this thing. Have you reported the person to maybe your community ballet, or just report the person to the security operatives around your community or to the nearest police station?
I cannot do that too, because police people say their own. They will not give me answer.
How would you know if you don't? How would you know if you don't go there, if you don't approach them?
Okay, I will try my best.
Please do that and remain security conscious. Thank you so much for calling Monday. Thank you for holding on. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Choma.
What's your name and location, please?
Please thank me for holding on, eh?
I said thank you for holding on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay,
this Mr. Mr.
He can hear you.
This is Grenada.
Have you forgotten your name?
No, I'm looking at one this. I'm reading people before you pick.
Okay.
This is Renadi calling from Spain.
Welcome, Renadi. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, okay. Let me start from this thing. Let me just touch on this in my opinion on something before I pick this thing. My opinion is your analysts. You analysts, they are very intelligent and they deserve more. Like what I want to say, what I mean is this. Like there's a place that's what you people do when somebody accuse government, when somebody send message to accuse government, you hardly read it out.
No,
you just keep so try and when somebody try to condemn what journalist analyst said, you try to at least do it the way you do to government workers. These are our leaders. So it's better. And one other thing say Mr. Anosike was celebrated this thing. It's only from Judea that said wish him happy birthday. That's not enough. He deserves more. At least people make it on time.
I'm going to switch on Mr. Anosike's mic so that he will tell you by himself why he kept his birthday a secret. Oh yeah, explain. Because you will blame me now, and I don't want. No, I need you to explain yourself. Mr. Anosike, speak.
Maybe
the next voice you will hear belongs to Mr. Peter Anosike. Your mic is on.
Okay.
Mr. Zenadi, I'm with you. Yeah. Go on.
Okay, because the way it's only when today just said happy birthday, or just say, I said, look, this is not enough. At least you are the one that defend us. You like us now. We just say they give us only 2 minutes or a minute. We'll be talking like a Russian this and making mistake, talking like a baby. But you put take time to analyze, say our mind. You put that more. When they say this happy birthday, this time of this celebration, they make it on time. Let people know so that at least we'll be able to celebrate on time. Not that day it's a happy birthday. You are speaking our mind.
Thank you, Zerenadi. Let me tell you, as you are speaking, Mr. Anosike is nodding his head. But I want to reveal everything right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That day I was on Juday's program happened to be my birthday. That was July 15th, and it was on a Monday, so I was on Judah's program.
If he wasn't on Judah's program, you wouldn't have found out that day was his birthday.
If it's not on a Monday, assuming that I was there on Thursday, which should be around 18th, no need talking about it. So that day was the day.
Thank you, Zerenadi. Thank you so much for calling. Now we know how much you love Mr. Anoski. We need to hear from others.
Please, this will speak our mind. They just look at 1 minute now. Just be rushing as talking like a baby.
Oh yeah, you have 30 more seconds.
Making mistake.
Sorry.
The only thing is this. Our this like what Obasanjo said. Well, I totally agree with him. This especially APC government, even starting from Buhari, is supposed to be in jail. But what will I do? What will they do? That's Nigeria, because APC just said even took over from him. Look at the man just bought this is it not Buratai? That people will just say the man was just passing. People are protesting. Buratai murdered people.
Okay. Zerenadi, I have to let you go. Zerenadi, I have to let you go at this point. Thank you so much for your call. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be a part of the conversation. On WhatsApp at 0817 175 6338 0817 175 6338. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi. What's your name and location, please?
Yes, I am Prince calling from Igbede, John local division of Lagos State.
Okay, wonderful. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yes. So outer of truth, the police itself, if you look at the POLIE, you see, it is supposed to be a polished organization, but forget about it. The Anosike issue, no need to double about it. Then, my Niger Delta, I am from Niger Delta. My mother's cocoyam farm has been destroyed because of oil drilling. What do you expect me to do? This is, I'm 92 years old. I don't supposed to talk on this program, but I feel because they all teaching me. That is why. Please, I will call you again other time. Princess, your name?
Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Choma Innocent. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate it when, much older people who have seen Nigeria, who have experienced Nigeria for longer, get to call in on the show. Sometimes they tell us how it's been in times past and just how much better Nigeria could be in the future. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Call me up. I definitely want to hear from you. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello. Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Joe.
Okay.
From Ojo.
Welcome, Joe.
I want to ask some question.
Okay.
About whether you will give us some answer concerning the claim that are happening in Nigeria. Is there any country in the world that these claims have been happening? Because we have been losing people too much in this country, and innocent souls are being killed. And those things are things that are working against Nigeria. So please, I want you to give me that certificate to know. Because every day, somebody can die in an accident, somebody can die in literally just killing. Every day by day, we'll be hearing those things. So I want you to know whether there is any country like that we have been killing people and people are dying like that. Please.
Thank you. Thank you for your call. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Call me up. I definitely want to hear from you. Your voice of the people. Your voice is important to us. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name and location, please? Give me a call back. All right. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. On WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338. You can also call me on a WhatsApp call. I'll surely take that call. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello, are you there? What's your name and location, please?
Yeah, my name is Mr. Lahome, calling from Oshodi.
Welcome, Mr. Lahome. Let's hear from you in 2 minutes.
Okay. I want to emphasize on the refinery issue. I think it is high time we let Nigerians know that those refineries cannot function any longer. They stopped working ever since the military took over this government. During the time of Obasanjo, he tried his best to revive those refineries, but they couldn't work. He spent multi-billions of naira trying to put them to order, but none of them worked. So I don't know why probably the government in place now thought they could revive it. They can't, regardless of the amount of money that is put in there. If Nigeria can no longer build functioning refineries, I think there is need for them to build another one. If we don't have money to build another one, then let's keep on refining the petroleum from our politicians that have the refineries outside Nigeria. Let us keep on refining with their refineries. Then another issue there is that Dangote, that is flying wolf, he has monopolized every parastatal in Nigeria, put other people out of job. Now, whatever he must have ordered for is what he's getting in return. At one time or the other in Nigeria, there's a certain man that sponsored coup to topple all the government. But time came when it was his time to become president. It never worked because he really destabilized other people's chances. Thank you. This is what I want.
Thank you so much for your call. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Fantastic chairman.
Good evening to you and welcome to the program. Thank you for calling.
The only innocent woman in the land.
That's me. That's me. Thank you so much. Thank you for the recognition. Mr. Anoske could never.
Oh, Mr. No, he does, but you know there is an African expression that you don't praise a child in her presence.
Praise me, oh, praise me. Let me know I'm doing well. Oh.
Now, a couple of things. Thanks for the hosting a great show. You see, a society that run a deceitful model of government, that society can never prosper. Look, leadership is about integrity. But what is absent here? No integrity. People just think they can talk to Nigerians anyhow, say all sorts of things to us anyhow, and because they believe we absorb it. They've lied before, they lie now. Evidence available shows that we are still paying subsidies. Why is Tinubu still lying to us? Come to us when there is problem. Leadership is about courage. It's about confronting matter, reality. Election has gone. Tell the people, oh, I'm sorry. I said subsidy gone on my inaugural speech. But when we check available evidence, we have to go back to it. Come and talk to us. Now, the police are telling you they don't know who. No, we have heard unknown soldier before, haven't we? When they went to kill at Lekki, the first of us accepted it. I'm sorry. They said, oh, we don't know who went there. They were unknown soldiers. One thing I want you to know, Choma, government is about planning, it's about thinking. My sister, the people where they here now, they are just freestyling government. They are just improvising it. And that is why I'm begging you, please and please, you will be doing yourself a great harm when you trust anything that comes out of their mouth. Look, this morning, did you see the news? The Supreme Court Justice of Bangladesh resigned because people pushed to his court and told him, you have to go because you are part of the rot. After their prime minister was forced to run away, he fled today. Now those people are Muslims, so majority of them are Muslims. But we, religion, has caused us civic laziness. We ask people to go out and protest. They say they want to do prayer walk. Walk and walk. The evil you are praying against will come back to consume you. if you are not fast enough. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your call. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call to be a part of these conversations. I definitely want to hear from you, so call me up. 0700 903 903 903.
Hello, Chopa.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
Me is Ola from Sulere.
Welcome, Ola. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yes, thank you very much. Nigeria, I don't know what we want. If you check the budget, is there subsidy in the budget? No subsidy in the budget. It's NNPC that is subsidizing. And people start complaining. So if you get to the pump, tell them that you don't want to buy it at that rate. You want to buy it at 130, 1,300. No problem. We, the other people who buy the amount and everything, selling it. Why are you complaining everything complain? So I don't see why people just complain unnecessarily.
What do you think about what Melekiari said, that in time he will come and say the truth about what is happening?
Oh, wait, when he said it, we will digest it. I don't want people to just be complaining. They want people to go and protest. Protest for what? What are they protesting about? What has protest yield? The people that went on protest last week, as their belly full now, are they belly food now? Are they eat anything apart from looting people's property and destroying people's loss of life? So protest has never eat anything. We have to dialogue. We have listing president that is solving Nigerian problem, and we are making progress. Now we are not using 97% of our money to service debt anymore. We are using 58. The economy is going. The FS, about $25 billion came in. So the economy is growing, and government will see by October now. The cost of food will come down.
Okay, Mr. Allah from Sulere, I want to ask you a question, right?
Removal of import duty.
Yeah, you said the economy is growing.
Complaining and pushing people to go and protest for nothing.
I want to ask you a question, please.
The Prime Minister said he will arrest everybody that protests, including the people online. He did not say anything about that. Thank you.
Wait, before you go, Mr. Allah from Sulere, can I ask you a question?
Ask.
You said the economy is growing, right? My question is, the increase, the at least 50 to 100% increase in the prices of food items for the past 1 year, is that a reflection of the growth in the economy?
Inflation is everywhere in the world. Food inflation is everywhere in the world. So if you don't farm, if you don't produce, how would the price of food would not go up? During the COVID, the world were eating what they have. They did not replenish it.
Okay.
So there is shortage of food worldwide.
All right. I think Mr. Noske has a question for you too. Please go ahead. I think Mr. Noske has a question for you. Please go right ahead. All right then. Thank you so much for calling Ola from Sulere. I do appreciate it. 0700 903 903 903. I think we'll take three more calls and we'll call it a day right here in the program, so I can take your comments on YouTube and your messages on our WhatsApp platforms. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for holding on. Thank you for holding on. Good evening.
Good evening, Esther.
It's Chioma Innocent. Thank you.
Okay, Chioma Innocent, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's going great.
This is Bates from Gbeda speaking.
Welcome, Bates.
Okay, this man that is speaking, this Ola, is he living in the moon?
Don't talk about the last caller. Just give us your own opinion, please.
What is happening in Nigeria? Why should he say that people should not complain, that everything is rosary for everybody, that everything is going well?
You and him are not in the same position, right? So he's speaking from his own position.
What I'm saying now, things is not working out well in Nigeria.
Okay.
He said that everybody can farm. Why can't the federal government tackle insecurity in the north, so that the farmer can go back to their farm and produce food, so that Nigeria can be able to afford to buy food and at the cheaper rate,
So I don't see the reason why these people are doing like this. Don't tell me because you're a journalist and you tell me that somebody is talking something that is not reasonable on air, and you want us to accept it.
We have to accept differing opinions, just the same way you air your own opinion.
I cannot accept it.
Well, you don't have to accept it, but of course you have to accommodate it.
Why this people is talking like this?
No vex.
A bag of rice is going to 90,000 plus. Why? Is that how we are buying a bag of rice before? I'm very, very angry. So I don't see the reason why people should be talking like this. I'm telling you the truth. I'm very, very angry. How much did they give these people that are saying all this nonsense on air?
Okay. I did ask you to keep it civil. All right, but thank you.
How much are they giving them? It's unfair now. It's unfair. You in Choma Innocent, you know how you buy the food. Now you ask him question. Now he's talking another thing. I'm going.
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
Okay, have a nice weekend. Have a nice weekend.
And you as well. Thank you for your call. 0700 903 903 903. Do you want to say something?
Well, what I want to say is, I hope that on that is still on. I want to tell him that he's a very cheap hypocrite.
You're not allowed to do that. I did say don't be insulting and don't be abusive. Let me just take calls in peace. 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello, are you there? I've picked your call. Can you hear me? Good evening. What's your name and location, please? You might have to give me a call back. I can't hear you. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
The line?
Hi.
Yeah. Can you?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hear me?
I can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. I want to talk about what that Mr. Ola just said. I don't know why some people are just being, they are not being seen. Can an elderly person be talking like that?
I need you to understand that Mr. Ola was just expressing his own opinion. He might be speaking from a privileged point. You don't know what his standing is in society.
Even if it's well, we know where they belong to. People like that, they are not sincere in their talking. Actually, I want to talk about the issue of this.
Hello, are you there?
This is not the first time Nigerian police are even trying to. Yeah, I'm with you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Please go right ahead and round it up.
Hello?
I'm with you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about the NLC thing. I don't think it's ideal. I don't think it's
unfortunately
NLC office. It's uncalled for.
Okay.
It's uncalled for. Hello?
Yeah, unfortunately you might have to give me a call back. There's a glitch in the network and it's making it very difficult for me to hear you. 0700 903 903 903. I have quite a number of messages to take, but I'll take one direct call and that will be that on the program this evening. Oh dear. Give me a call back, 0700 903 903 903. We only have space for one more call before I have to go. Welcome to the recap, your final caller for the evening. Good evening. Hello there, good evening. Hello? Please turn down the volume on your radio set before you call. It makes it easier for us to have a seamless conversation. Okay? Please, Ejo, na beg, at the beg. All right. While we're waiting for our last caller to call in. Hello there. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hi. Good evening. What's your name and location, please?
I call him that man a stupid man.
Thank you for your call, but you're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to do that. How many times I could tell you now? All I talking you own. You know when you're a big man. You know if you're speaking from a privileged point. So I understand that you don't like what he said, all right? But you also have your own opinion, and Ola respects your opinion. And when Ola called, he did not call any previous caller stupid. So please, let's accord him some respect. You want to say something, Mr. Peter Anoske? Keep it civil.
Very, very civil. anytime, any day I come here for a discussion and you pick on that score, I walk out of the studio.
You literally didn't have to say that. He's a caller like everyone
else. Any day I come here and you pick on that score, I walk out of the studio.
Because he has differing opinions with you?
I've told you.
Or because he's speaking from a point he's speaking from a point that you cannot relate?
And you pick that on that score, I walk out of the studio.
All right.
I've told you.
Let's take messages. Let's take comments from YouTube, and of course your messages from our WhatsApp platforms. Beginning from YouTube, we have Ambassador TV saying good evening. Chinedu Okolo saying good evening, sir. Thanks for educating us with truths that we need to know, even though they don't care. Kenneth B. Song says yes, so there was actually nothing to sell. Doctor, God bless you, sir. Kenneth Bisong says straight talk. Ogunleye Akim says good evening. Gabriel Opinga says we talk straight. Mr. Peter Noske. Nathaniel Luba says hello, good evening. VOP, hello Nathaniel. Emmanuel Adekunle says I'm watching you, God bless. Henry Bebe says good evening, Chioma. Good evening to you, Henry Bebe. All right, let's move on over to WhatsApp and take your messages on our WhatsApp platform. It's been quite a heated conversation today. The man in the studio, okay, my name is Prince. The last caller, Mr. Ola, with all due respect, I don't want him to come on air anymore. You don't get to decide that, unfortunately. How can he say the economy is growing? Nigerians perish due to lack of understanding. This government needs to do better. There is massive hunger, Chioma. Have you ever stolen from Nigeria? And if you haven't, then save the rest that are about to. Chioma, okay, that's Ola Adewale. All right. Chama, help me ask your guest which party he belongs to. He always mentioned APC in all his analysis. When he knows APC was not in the studio to defend himself, he shouldn't turn himself to opposition spokesman attacking on radio when we all know 70% of APC today are from PDP Senate President Akpabio, SSG, George, a former PDP chairman. Chama, don't allow your guests continue to demonize APC when you know they are not in the studio to defend themselves. Chama, thank you, Olu from Badagry. Evening crew, I want to give respect and credit to Mr. Anosike and Rufai Oseni and David Hundain and Agba Jalingo Amechi and Nekwe Direct. The late Rotimi Sankara, these are my journalists of the year. They are fact-finding, brilliant minds, saying the truth as it is. They are not doing eye service, propaganda, and hypocrisy. This is what recent journalists are doing. It's not helping the profession. The people that are doing eye service for which the government, are they civil, where they loot money that's supposed to be used for development for themselves and their family? They turn the people to beggars and almajiris in the midst of plenty. They destroy education to breed beggars and almajiri. They're belly full while you are hungry. They laugh at your poverty. They turn the secure country to a gangster paradise. The question is, what is this government afraid of? The evil that this government does lives under them. It is a shame that the worst of us is ruling the best of us. Truly, there was a country. Dio from Fagba. I know that man called Ola is an APC man from Surulere. Okay. Hello, is Adeyemi Kamaru from Satellite Town, Lagos. How can you tag a so-called peaceful protest at days of rage and then you are surprised when there is violence and death? The meaning of rage is violence, uncontrollable anger, looting, vandalism, and destruction of public infrastructure, and it was deliberate. That is why they premeditatedly tagged the protest days of rage. You can't express rage peacefully. Okay. APC government right from inception, divisionary. Just look at how they quickly stopped the 40k rise they hyped during the protest. But I'm asking Nigerians not to relent until we take back our country from these politicians. Chika Bende from Trade Fair in Lagos. Mr. Anosike, are you sure the Northerners are awake? 2027, you think they wouldn't fling their eyeglasses of protest and put on their garment of religion and tribal sentiment? Sheyi Makinde came out to dispute the federal government claims of so-called funds to governors. Did an APC politician not come out to say the 2012 protest under Jonathan and fuel subsidy was political? Under Tinubu government, how many fake news have they issued? From subsidy, import duty suspension, May 29 speech, minimum wage, UAE visa ban, Maersk investment, a tweet of an old video from Tinubu X handle, truck of rice to state, 40k rice for Nigerians to civil servant, etc. And they were all lies. To be sponsoring protests and Bayo Ononuga always in the chaotic mix. If all these aren't lies, propaganda, even worse, inciting and irresponsible, how can you fault Mr. Anosike's assertion? As for Monday, you see now, is why I don't advise people mentioning name and location on radio. Ike from Ijegun says this government is full of propaganda and lies. If what happened in Ghana don't happen here in Nigeria, they will never learn. What happened in Ghana? Ike from Ijegun. Okay, good evening, Mr. Anosike and Chioma. NNPC boss Melekiari, his cohort, and the entire NNPC should be thoroughly investigated for mismanagement of the loan and funds invested in the refinery so far without delivery. Also, Kyari should retract the statement. Operators are also buying crude at an international price. They will have to recover their cost. Crude oil from Nigeria's soil must not in any condition be sold or bought at the international price. Otherwise, cassava, corn, yam and other produce from Nigeria's soil would follow suit to the detriment of the nation. The 4 state-owned refineries which are located in Port Harcourt, Kaduna and Warri are not functioning as a result of the cabals who have capitalized on them. I hereby move the motion. Okay, I hereby move the motion that exportation of crude oil in any form should be totally halted, and all our petroleum products should henceforth be refined here in Nigeria or never. Only finished products will be allowed to leave the country from both private and public refineries under a thorough supervision. Chisco from Ijegun, Ijagemo, Jaga Road. Do you think this is at all possible? I hereby move the motion that exportation of crude oil in any form should be totally halted, and all our petroleum products henceforth be refined here in Nigeria or never.
No, it's not, because Dangote has only 650,000 capacity, but we are giving out 1.4 million. So if you give a Dangote 650, what happens to the remaining?
Apart from the fact that we also have loan for oil.
Because Port Harcourt and what, so we must export, and exporting brings revenue to the country.
To the nation. All right then. I'm still taking your messages on WhatsApp. When will God answer our prayers in this country? I don't know, my brother. Thank you. Good evening, my brother. I really don't understand this country again. The government and the politicians really don't know what we're passing through. I'm just 44 years old. I'm diabetic. The insulin injection that I do buy 6,500 naira is now 15,500 naira. When I even manage and try to get the drug, there is no food to eat. SOJ from Okwoba in Lagos. Calvary, greeting to you all in the studio. Okay, Calvary, greetings to you as well. Thank you for your messages. I've reiterated my name over and over again, but somebody here came to say good afternoon, Machukum. How? I won't blame those supporting APC-led government. They are benefiting from it. Also, they should remember we are all citizens and we have equal rights. So if one set of people are benefiting, the others are not, that is discrimination. We need to overhaul Timmy from Ishaga. Good evening. We know where that Ola is from, but please tell him that we know everything about APC. They are built on lies and propaganda, so let them keep it. Posterity will judge everyone. Kunle from Ikpaja. Good evening, VOP family. I must tell you that Mr. Okay. Thank you, Jacob Smith from Sulere. Good evening. This is Adeyemi Kamaru from Festac Lagos. Showore organized and incited a protest from overseas, and he demanded that Nnamdi Kanu, a lawfully detained suspect, should be released and make other political demand. And it is an economic protest. Everyone has his or her own right to say their own opinion. We call this station the people's voice. No one has the right to abuse each other. You shouldn't turn the station into a tribal station. Okay. You didn't tell me your name though. Please, I'm appealing. Good day, Chairman, Mr. Anosike. I think your analysts have said it all. May God Almighty continue to guide us in this country. Julius from Owede. I'm appealing to Elder Anosike to calm down. Please don't walk out of the studio anytime Ola called and the presenter picks. Please. Julius from Owede, thank you. That man, Mr. Ola, is an APC member. The present situation doesn't affect him. Trust me, we all buy from the same market. Why are the 4 refineries not working? And why is Dangote crying wolf? Why are the leadership not open to Nigerians? Ola Adewale. Good evening, Sister Choma and your guest. My name is Chinedu from Alaba. You, as an investigative journalist, can't you people approach UAE for the 400 names or duplicate of Boko Haram sponsors? 2, when Nigerians are ready, our actions and reactions, they will confirm it. All right, some comments came in on YouTube, and they are from Oga Fall for stop your injustice. Chioma, you lack manners. How can you be calling Ola a big man? Meaning what? Chioma, stop the injustice. Chioma, stop calling Nigerians fools. Mr. Anosike, thank you. Nothing people will not call me on this program. Nothing people will not call me because I came here to do my job. Let me tell you, next Saturday, I will sit on that analyst seat. Mr. Anosike will sit here and moderate the program. Make una see say whether it's easy or it's not easy. In fact, that's what we're going to do next Saturday. Mr. Anosike, you there? You agree, Abi? You not agree?
Everybody has unanimously agreed that they don't want to on that condemn this.
Nobody unanimously agreed. Adedayo Florence Adewale says, Chama, why do you jump over my messages now? This is painful. I'm so sorry, Florence Adewale. I would not intentionally jump over your messages. We still have about 2 more minutes before we leave the studio. So if you write your comments right now, I'll definitely take it before the program is over. So, Mr. Anoske, I'm here to counter the claim that everybody unanimously agreed. No. People did not unanimously agree, because you heard when I read it that somebody said, please, I'm appealing to Edan Osike, calm down.
It's a minority voice. It's a minority voice.
Even though.
It's a minority voice.
Next Saturday, we'll talk to management. I do analysis, you do hosting. You agree, Abi, you not agree?
I cannot anchor a program.
Because of what?
That's what all you are being paid to do.
Mm-hmm. And your people that are piling on me, they have called me mannerless.
That is well-meaning Nigerians, people with conscience.
And they call me mannerless.
People with integrity, not somebody suffering in Surundere.
Wait.
And that's a hypocrite.
You are trying to say that the person that called me mannerless is right and correct.
No. You are a very good girl.
Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Both the people that curse me and people that defend me. Thank you very much. And all the people that are defending Mr. Anoske, I can see you people, all of you, well done. What you don't, if I mark your number, I'm not going to pick your call, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it civil, keep it polite, and keep it professional, okay? And we're doing this part on a lighter note. Chama, I don't see any reason why you invite your guest again if he fails to apologize to Ola for saying his own opinion on radio. Unless you want to tell me that the guest is general manager of your station. We are in a democracy, not in the military, where we should learn how to tolerate each other's option on radio. Olu from Badagry. Let me tell you, the funny aspect is you can never know who is calling, because none of these numbers are saved. You can never know who's calling until you pick the call. And we hear so many voices every day. You don't even know whose voice it is until the person says what they want to say, until the person says their name. So no worry, we'll not get problem. I'm not in support of any party, okay? There is a parable. Nigerian problem didn't start today, like someone with K-leg. So you look at the issue from the foundation. This person has sent about 10 messages, but he keeps saying this, waiting for this message. Your number ends with 2091. It keeps saying waiting for this message. I don't want you to feel as if I'm not taking your messages, but yes, your messages are not coming in at all. Dio, I cannot read this message, it's too long. I'm sorry. Mr. Anoske, please don't mind people who mind what people are passing through. Lofna, just the vex. It keeps saying waiting for this message. This may take a while. I'm sorry, 2091, your messages are not dropping. On that note, I have to say thank you for calling. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your airtime on me on the station. Thank you for sticking with me for the past 2 hours. It is always a pleasure to come here and do what I know how to do best, even though some people like to call me mannerless. Oga 404, I see you. Next time I will not read your message. You're calling me mannerless, no problem, because I'm doing my job. It's okay. My name is Choma Innocent. I'll see you next Saturday. I will not say no, please don't find me on Instagram, because you people come there and continue cursing me. You can find Mr. Peter Anosike at Peter Anosike 77. Angelus Nigeria on YouTube says Anosike has the right to walk away from the studio because of something he holds sacred. Have a wonderful Saturday, and please do the best you can in your own little corner of the world to make Nigeria better. The world news at 6 comes up next.